know it's a little bit early, whatever, but I've been hearing about this whole Joseph Duggar thing, and me personally, I've been getting to think that the whole family is a bunch of PDFs. But anyways, he did plead not guilty, and there were jail calls, and the jail calls were released. And basically, here is a chunk of that. Shout out to let me see who this is. Shout out to Hidden True Crime for this.
Oh, baby, I just, I'm so sorry.
Oh, well.
I love you.
Oh, well, I love you too. Not a problem. I'm happy.
Oh, I love you. Yeah, yeah. We'll see where God takes us through all of this.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
and
God
hopefully
is not
we
in
come back
y'all's
stronger.
mess. I'm
I think
sorry.
we will, because I think that we're going to
Okay.
realize how much we need it.
God ain't nowhere in y'all's mess.
Ultimately. And then,
Oh, yeah.
We now have new information from Joseph Duggar's first court appearance in Florida. Yeah. And confirmation that he is already bonded out just hours after that hearing. So he's out he is no longer behind bars. We also have a new statement from Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar and more insight into what is going on behind the scenes with Kendra, including where she's staying and those recorded jail calls that have been circulating. And as we go through all of this, there are some contradictions that are becoming harder and harder to ignore. My name is Lauren Matthias, and this is Hidden True Crime.
Guys, welcome to the Vlad Catcher Show, the #1 show for founders, execs, and
come on.
entrepreneurs who are...
Is Lauren Matthias, and this is Hidden True Crime. So let's start with the hearing. Joseph appeared before a judge on Tuesday, March 31st in Bay County, Florida. And this was his first appearance after being extradited from Arkansas to Florida. He actually appeared remotely from the Bay County jail just hours after being booked, which already tells you how quickly everything moved that morning. There was really no gap between him arriving and being put in front of the judge, which usually means everything was already lined up, ready to go. He is currently facing 2 charges, lewd and lascivious of a victim under the age of 12 by a person 18 or older, as well as lewd and lascivious conduct by a person over 18. And as we have gone over, these stem from allegations that he sexually assaulted a 9-year-old girl multiple times during a family vacation to Panama City Beach back in 2020. Now, 2 days before this hearing even took place, Joseph had already submitted a written plea of not guilty to all charges. Not guilty, yeah. He waived arraignment and has demanded a jury trial, which means he is choosing to fully contest this in court. So before he even showed up, the strategy was already clear. This is not going to be something where he takes actual responsibility. I mean, asking for forgiveness is one thing, right? But prison in Florida, I'm sure he's going to fight that. But that makes me wonder how he's going to get around that pesky confession, unless he was very careful in his wording during that phone call with the victim's father and detective, or if his attorney can get the confession thrown out somehow of evidence. I'm just not sure how he's going to beat those allegations. Regardless, his bond was set at $600,000 total.
Still been higher.
$500,000 tied to the molestation charge and $100,000 tied to the conduct charge. He is due back in court on April 20th. To really understand this situation, you have to look at what led up to the arrest, because this didn't come out of nowhere. According to the arrest affidavit, Joseph allegedly confessed to the father of the accuser. Then the following day, the alleged victim, who's now 14 years old, spoke with a detective, and that interview was summarized by a criminal investigator in the affidavit. So I want to read this affidavit together. I want to go through the whole thing. It says, quote, "Your affiant, Investigator Chase Norris of the Bay County Sheriff's Office, states the defendant, Joseph Garrett Duggar, was found to be in violation of Florida State Statute 805B and 806B to wit on March 18th, 2026. I was contacted by a detective from the Tontitown Police Department, and during our conversation, I learned the victim, a 14-year-old female, participated in a forensic interview. And during the forensic interview, the victim described several incidents of abuse involving the defendant. The victim stated these incidents occurred during a family vacation in Panama City Beach, Florida. I was forwarded a copy of the forensic interview for my review. And while I was reviewing the forensic interview, I learned the following information. In 2020, the victim's family traveled to Panama City Beach for a vacation. The family vacationed at 4120 Danny Drive in Panama City Beach, Florida. During the vacation, the defendant asked the victim to sit on his lap numerous times. The victim would sit on the defendant's lap. The defendant would...
That right there is PDF behavior.
cradle the victim with his arms. As the vacation continued, the defendant would ask the victim to sit on the couch beside the defendant. The defendant covered the parties with a blanket, and once the parties were covered, the defendant would pull the victim's dress up and touch the victim's thighs. The victim stated the defendant would touch the top portions of her thighs and would inch closer and higher, closer to the victim's waistline. The victim stated this occurred several times. During these incidents, the defendant's hand grazed the victim's. The victim stated the defendant's hand was outside of her underwear when these incidents occurred. The victim stated this made her feel uncomfortable and confused. Yeah, I can imagine, 9 years old. The victim stated the defendant eventually approached the victim and apologized for his actions. The incident stopped occurring after the defendant apologized for his actions. As the investigation progressed, I continued to speak with the detective from the Tontitown Police Department. During our conversations, I learned the victim's father confronted the defendant about these incidents on March 17th, 2026. During their conversation, the defendant admitted his actions. Due to this, I requested the detective and the victim's father call the defendant. And during the call, the defendant admitted his actions, stating he touched the victim over her clothing. The defendant admitted his intentions were not pure. It should be noted, the victim would have been 9 years old at the time of this incident. This offense did occur in Bay County, Florida, end quote. So, when we hear that he is pleading not guilty, I mean, how do you feel? I think that's where confusion and emotion comes in, because on one hand, you have a reported confession. Impure, not pure. And on the other hand, you have a full denial in court, right? Not guilty. And those two things don't really go together, do they? It makes me wonder what the defense strategy is going to be here. But also, can we talk about how he admitted his intentions were not pure? Like, was this confession call some weird religious call where they relied on his religion to get him to confess? And somehow that's supposed to be good enough? Impure and confession of sins? Sure, okay. But when it comes to court and the law and facing the actual consequences of time behind bars, not guilty. The hypocrisy.
Yeah.
Apple just made a bold move with their new P3 laser. Users are excited that the competition
Really actually just makes me sick. We also have this other document called a Notice of Discovery and Brady Demand. So it basically means the defense wants full access to anything the state has that could be relevant. That includes things like a list of all witnesses, even people the prosecution does not plan to call, and any statements those witnesses have made, any statements made by Joseph himself and who was present, any co-defendant statements, if there are any, evidence collected in the case, confidential informant information, surveillance like recordings, details about searches conducted by law enforcement, and expert reports. It
Okay.
also specifically asks for Brady material, which is anything that could help the defense. So that could be evidence pointing away from Joseph, even inconsistencies in witness statements, maybe inconsistencies in those confessions, deals made with witnesses, threats, criminal histories, or even descriptions that don't match him. At the end of the day, this document is not saying he's guilty or innocent. It's just the defense saying, give us everything, include anything that could weaken your case. Now, going back to the timeline for a second, Joseph was arrested on March 18th at his home in Arkansas and held at the Washington County Detention Facility. He stayed there until March 27th, when he was extradited to Florida. And then on March 31st, he was booked into the Bay County Jail at 7:32 in the morning and appeared in court later that same day. So again, everything moved very fast. During the hearing, he appeared via Zoom wearing a gray striped inmate uniform, and reports say he appeared to laugh nervously at times, which people are definitely going to interpret in their own way. Some people will brush that off as nerves. Other people are going to feel like that's
It's still
completely
weird,
inappropriate,
though.
given the nature of the charges. I don't know what it is, but it was weird.
Yeah, very
Duggar.
weird.
His attorney told the court he had no criminal history and asked that he be treated as fairly as anyone else, regardless of his status in the television industry. And then this is the part that really stands out. His attorney also said that Jim Bob Duggar was already in Florida and ready to post bail. So before the hearing even wrapped up, the plan to get him out was already in motion. And the plan was in motion thanks to Duggar patriarch Jim Bob Duggar. I pay a lot of attention to the little things that affect how I feel the next day, and sleep is a big one. Big for me. Not just how long I sleep, but how comfortable I actually am while sleeping. So I recently tried Miracle Made sheets, and I did not expect to notice the changes this quickly. They are made with silver-infused fabric inspired by NASA technology, so they help regulate your temperature throughout the night, which means you are not waking up too hot or kicking the covers off at 2 a.m. Hello, menopause, you're losing. And one thing I really appreciate, they stay cleaner longer, less bacteria, fewer odors, and honestly, just less laundry to think about. They feel incredibly soft, super breathable, and just make your bed feel like one of those places you actually want to crawl into at the end of a long day. Upgrade your sleep or give the gift of better rest. Go to trymiracle.com/hidden to try Miracle Made sheets today. You will save over 40% when you use promo code HIDDEN. You'll get an extra 20% off plus a free 3-piece towel set. They make an amazing gift. And with a 30-day money-back guarantee, there's no risk. That's trymiracle.com/hidden, code HIDDEN at checkout. Thank you to Miracle Made for sponsoring this episode. Let's take a look at the clip we have from that hearing.
All right, who do we have first, ma'am?
State your name, sir. Joseph Duggar.
Good morning, Mr. Duggar. You're here for your first appearance after being arrested for the second-degree felony of lewd and lascivious conduct by a person 18 years of age or older. You're also here this morning for your first appearance after being arrested for the life felony offense of lewd or lascivious by an offender over the age of 18 years of age and a victim under the age of 12. It's my understanding, sir, that you were given a copy of your paperwork and advised of your rights at the jail. Is that correct?
Yes, that's right.
Right, sir, I reviewed the application that you filled out, and it says that you do not want the court to appoint an attorney to represent you. So I will not do so at this time, sir, but if you have a change in circumstances, you can fill out another application for the court to review then, okay, sir?
Okay, thank you.
And Mr. Saline, are you here this morning on behalf of Mr. Duggar?
Yes, Your Honor, I represent Mr. Duggar in this matter. Your Honor, the family is asking for the most reasonable bond. The court is inclined to extend. It's my understanding he has no prior criminal history whatsoever, not even a speeding ticket. His father has flown to town on Saturday and is here in our community, ready to post a bond if the court is inclined to issue such. So we're asking the most reasonable court is comfortable in setting, and has to be treated as fairly as anyone else would, regardless of his status in the television industry.
Mr. Saline, are you representing Mr. Duggar for first appearance purposes or through the duration of the case, sir?
Through the duration, Your Honor.
All right. Anything from the state attorney's office?
Yes, Your Honor, good morning. We're asking for a substantial monetary bond in this case. It's a serious charge against the child. We ask that there be a no contact placed with the victim, as well as no device with any minors. Mr. Duggar, even though he doesn't have a criminal history, has no ties to the community. The alleged facts here was that he was just on vacation and stayed here a short period of time. Same ability to come here a short period of time allows him to leave quickly as well. So no ties to the community, so we ask for a substantial bond under 903-46 factors you're allowed to consider to make sure he appears in court.
All right. And another judge determined there was probable cause for your arrest by signing of the warrants. Ms. Fambro, do you have any criminal history, ma'am?
May show a child endangerment and false imprisonment out of Arkansas this year.
Your Honor, I believe those are charges that may still be pending. As you know, he has another family member that was arrested for the same circumstance. I don't think those have been resolved in light of him coming here.
Mr. Saline, I'm not aware of anything else, sir. I'm just here this morning on Mr. Joseph Duggar's case. So,
I'll be right
so
back,
Ms. Fambro, you show
home.
those as open, you said, out of the state of Arkansas?
I don't show the disposition, I show that they were charged.
Okay.
That is correct. There are pending charges in Arkansas at this time.
All right, Mr. Duggar, I'm going to set your bond amount this morning in the lewd or lascivious conduct charge at $100,000. I'm going to set your bond amount in the lewd or lascivious charge, which is a life felony, at $500,000. It's a total of $600,000 bond. Sir, you're going to have some other conditions as well. Sir, you are ordered to have no contact with the alleged victim. That means directly, indirectly, through a third party or social media. Do you understand the no contact order, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, you are also ordered that you are to have no unsupervised contact with any minors under the age of 18. Your next court date, sir, is April 20th at 9 a.m.
Sure. Step to your right to the T. Ma'am, if you'll give us a moment.
Yes, sir. Yes, ma'am.
And Your Honor, that's all I have. Maybe excuse me.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yes, Your Honor, and same here, if I may be excused.
Yes, sir. Have a good day, Mr. Saline.
Have a good morning.
So at first, it was reported that Joseph would remain in custody until his next court date on April 20th, but that did not last long at all. So we now know that as of 12:54 p.m., just hours after that hearing, Joseph was bonded out. A Bay County Sheriff's Office employee confirmed that he posted bond the same day. And while $600,000 sounds like a massive number, in reality, you usually only need about 10% of that amount if you're going with a bail bondsman. So we're talking roughly $60,000, which is still a massive amount to many. And based on what was said in court, the family, they were ready. They were there, they had money, and they acted immediately. There was no hesitation. He was out within hours. And not only was he bonded out, he was seen at the airport. A Redditor named Junior Wolf 9331, thank you, Junior Wolf, grabbed photos of Joseph and Jim Bob at the Panama City airport. So the Redditor that posted those photos, she said that they had gotten food and were sitting at their gate, and that's when she saw them. And so I think that that's one of the moments that stands out the most to people, not just that Joseph bonded out. That happens, right? But how fast it happened, right? Jim Bob to the rescue. And what a slap in the face to the victim's family. Let's think of this from their perspective, from the victim's family perspective. While the victim will remain nameless, it is known that this was someone close to the family because the contact was repeated. And we know that the families were on vacation together in Florida. These were close friends of the Duggars. Many online have pointed out that Kendra's own family was on vacation with the Duggars in 2020, and thus the victim is potentially a relative of Kendra's. And we know the victim in this case allegedly told her father what Joseph allegedly did to her. And we know the father of the victim could potentially be Kendra's father, Joseph's father-in-law. This victim's father, according to the docs, went to police after his child confided in him. That's a good dad.
You can get anything you want on the internet. So why are we still taking gen eds like this? At Sophia Learning, we have a solution. Sophia offers online college-level courses that are designed to transfer for credit, helping thousands of people graduate. Use Sophia and get ahead.
And according to those docs, that Joseph allegedly confessed to the victim's father. So put this in perspective. Imagine being the victim's family right now. You trusted this family. You trusted the Duggars, the Duggar family. You felt close enough to the Duggar family that you vacationed with the Duggars with your innocent children. You then learn that you are betrayed in the worst of ways.
Right.
Duggar harmed their daughter while they were allegedly on a family vacation, creating core memories together and trusting they were a safe family to make those memories with. I cannot imagine the pain and the betrayal and disgust and heartbreak the victim and their family is feeling right now. Now, without a blink, without a second thought, Jim Bob makes sure Joseph is bonded out of jail as fast as humanly possible. What an
Why am I not
emotional slap in the face
surprised?
to the victim's family, who must be reeling right now.
Why am I not
The
surprised?
pain that they are all feeling. And it sends a loud message. No matter Joseph's alleged confessions, no matter his impure deeds, the Duggar patriarch will put his children and family image first, and at any cost, even above a child victim. Jim Bob and Michelle have now made a public statement, by the way, too, through a spokesperson. We're going to get to that in detail in a bit. But, spoiler alert, they claim they are praying for the victim. So I just want to think about this for a second. What did our parents always teach us? Actions speak louder than words. Thanks, Mom and Dad. Actions speak louder than words. Jim, Bob, and Michelle can say all they want through their spokesperson or to the media claiming they're protecting children. But when you're willing to bond your son out faster than it takes your nails to cure, it doesn't matter what you say. The message is loud and clear. We will protect our son over your daughter. We will not let our child remain behind bars for an hour longer than he needs. It really is just honestly such an FU to the victim and also her family, who were clearly once trusting of the Duggars. It's just such a betrayal. It's stepping on the little guy and asserting domination in the most clear way, publicly, proudly, and immediately. I just can't get over that. So now that Joseph is out, thanks to Dad, as part of that release, the judge ordered that Joseph is not allowed to have any contact with the alleged victim and cannot have unsupervised contact with any minors under the age of 18, including his own children. That's good. It was handwritten on that document with lines drawn underneath it. AKA, this isn't just some standard paper you're signing. This condition is handwritten, and it's especially for you, Joseph. And that becomes even more significant when you consider what's happening in Arkansas, where Joseph and Kendra are dealing with separate charges that include multiple counts of endangering the welfare of a minor and false imprisonment. So now you have a situation where the court is saying he cannot be alone with minors at all. While there are already concerns about children in his household, it might make things difficult if he returns to his actual home, because then the children won't be able to stay there. And also, Kendra theoretically should be doing everything she can to get her children to be able to come home safely. But if Joseph's there, that won't even be an option at all. I assume that means Joseph won't be returning home, but who knows, because it's also been made clear that Kendra is not staying at her home. But also remember, when Josh was released and awaiting trial, Josh, meaning Joseph's older brother, Duggar deja vu, as I say, he had to be under supervision, and it was LeCount and Maria Reber, some close family friends of the Duggars, that ended up as Josh's third-party supervision. So hey, who knows, maybe they will offer to have Joseph live with them. LeCount and Maria's daughter ended up marrying Anna Duggar's brother just weeks before Josh went to trial for CSAM charges. You know, it worked out, I guess. But now, let's talk about Jim Bob and Michelle Duggar's public response. I mentioned it earlier. I gave a little spoiler. I told you we'd talk about this. I personally think it's bad. I don't think Jim Bob and Michelle are reading the room, in my opinion. But I also don't think they're trying
I don't
to
even
read
think
any
they
room. I
care.
don't know if they ever have read a room. I think this is legal strategy, actually, more than anything, and let me tell you why. Because I am actually seeing a pattern to the Duggar family statements when it comes to both Joseph's arrest and his older brother Josh's arrest in 2021 for CSAM.
Graham Bond, sun's out, truck's out at Leonard. Right now, 18 months, same as cash on purchases of $2,500 or more. Sheds,
Come
trailers,
on.
truck essentials. Offer ends May 2nd. Visit LeonardUSA.com.
You've got ideas, a new project, a better workshop, a renovation that's been waiting.
Arrest and his older brother Josh's arrest in 2021 for CSAM. You know what I didn't expect to be so exhausting? Deciding what to wear every single day. Like, don't get me wrong, I love clothes. But when you're on camera, running a business, juggling life, it's like, I don't have the brain space for outfit decisions right now. And that is why I love Daily Look. This podcast is sponsored by Daily Look, the number one highest rated premium personal styling. Now, at the time, was that already before this statement, before this Monday statement, by Sunday afternoon, Joseph had actually entered a plea of not guilty. Yeah, it's on the court docket. Sunday, March 29th. So even though he publicly pleaded not guilty in court today, Tuesday, March 31st, he technically entered a plea on Sunday. So what I'm seeing, rather than these being public statements to, discuss their heartbreak or their regret, or let everybody know they're thinking of the victims and I think that these statements are actually more of a legal strategy for them. So the moment Josh pleads not guilty in 2021, family statement, boom. The moment Joseph pleads not guilty, 2026, family statement, boom. So now let's talk about what this statement for Joseph said. I keep coming back to that line. I'm going to read it one more time. They are praying for the victim. Jim, Bob, and Michelle are praying for the victim. That part is different from the statement they made for Josh. They only asked for prayers for their family and for Josh. So, okay, acknowledging a victim this time. But if you are calling someone a victim, that suggests you believe something happened. No, they don't say alleged victim.
I would think so.
They state victim. They are praying for the victim. That implies guilt. So then, naturally, the question becomes, if you believe there is a victim, and we have reports that Joseph admitted to doing something terrible to said victim, why is the immediate response from these parents to get him out of jail as quickly as humanly possible? Why is there no clear distancing, no condemnation, no let him simmer overnight, no strong statement about accountability and consequences? But again, why do I expect more from Jim Bob? I don't know. This is the guy that interviewed with Megyn Kelly in 2015 and explained that Josh Duggar only quickly touched his sisters. It was nothing more than curiosity. Yeah, sure, it was under their clothes without their consent, but his sisters are okay. They're fine. Nothing to see here. Like, nothing to see in this family except an arrest every 5 or so years. But okay, what are we counting here in this family? Children or charges? I mean, we have seen some siblings speak out in harsher ways, with condemnation for Joseph's actions. We've talked about those statements here at Hidden True Crime. But from...
And mind you, he is the second brother out of this family to be arrested for this type of behavior. Let's continue.
Jim Bob and Michelle specifically, the action that we're seeing is honestly immediate support. And those two things do not really align in a way that makes sense to a lot of us watching this. Well, I should say that emotionally healthy people likely wouldn't respond this way, but the Duggars are not your average family, clearly. That's why they have a TLC show, or did, before they were canceled. And this response seems pretty par for the course. So now let's talk about Kendra, Joseph's wife, because her situation adds another layer to all of this. Is she standing by her man Joseph or not? She has charges too, right? There's so much. And we're going to be going over some more jail calls in just a bit. We wondered about those jail calls, right? Well, we now have more of them. We're going to get to those. We also now have reason to believe, though, that the private residence that Kendra mentioned in her phone call with Joseph in our last episode in this playlist is actually the home of Joseph's sister, Joy Anna, and her husband, Austin, in Fayetteville, Arkansas. And this is also believed to be the same location where that video was filmed of Michelle approaching the paparazzi and telling him he was trespassing, even though he was on a public road. Dr. John gave his assessment of that moment, by the way. If you haven't yet heard that episode with Dr. John, criminal psychologist, discussing family systems and authoritarian parenting, as well as other parenting styles, I highly recommend that episode. You can find that in our Duggar playlist. So everything kind of keeps circling back, though, to that one house scene in that Michelle Duggar video. We also have a lot more jail calls between Joseph and Kendra. And again, these are not just small clips like were originally released by People and Page Six. The creator, Katie Joy, who runs the channel Without a Crystal Ball and has done an impressive job keeping up with this case and other Duggar cases. She has obtained over 40 minutes of phone calls through a FOIA request and has released a lot more. We're working on getting those calls as well. And when we do, we're planning an in-depth discussion and letting Dr. John weigh in. But for now, let's listen to what Katie Joy has shared. I haven't listened to them yet. Full disclosure. As my producer, Grayson, requested that I listen with all of you because she said she wanted my real-time reaction after she listened to them herself. And trust me, this was difficult. Writing all of this without writing and researching all of this without hearing these calls was hard, but I took her advice. Let's listen to these clips together.
How's this for a relatable headline? Secret Service agent shoots himself in leg while escorting Jill Biden at Philadelphia International Airport. Look, I'm just saying I probably would shoot myself too if I was forced to spend that much time with Jill Biden, but at least Dr. Jill Biden was there to render medical aid. Oh, wait, I'm told, I'm reliably informed, it's the wrong kind of doctor. Reliably informed.
Down there, but it's a little crazy over here. I don't know if you know what's been going on, but yeah.
Not exactly. Not every.
Yeah. Well,
but yeah.
I'll fill you in later, I guess. But
Yeah.
I assume. But yeah.
Well, good.
Yeah.
How have you been? Have you?
Oh.
Not good.
Yeah, it's been pretty intense. Yesterday
And
was
she
a really
was
rough
just
day.
so
but,
nonchalant, man. It's
I'm doing
weird.
okay here with Judd, and we're at John Abbey's, and I'm trying to get some business stuff worked out.
Okay.
So if you have any questions, we're going to try to send them through Travis.
Yeah. Just send your
Yeah.
and I'll tell you what I can.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. Yeah, I got up at, I don't know if you've been sleeping much. Have you been sleeping much?
So last night they actually turned off. Most of the nights they have like a light on in my room the whole night, so it's hard to
Oh,
sleep.
wow.
Plus,
Oh, wow.
the guy in one of the cells next door in the holding cell, like he was supposed to get checked in and stuff. He's been throwing a tantrum all day, so
Oh, wow.
it's almost entertaining, except for he's pretty vulgar.
This is weird.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna focus on my Bible reading and the.
This is weird.
I think it's New Life put out this Bible. It's the New Living Translation, but it's actually I kind of like the New Living Translation because it's.
Oh, that's scary. Like, are you going to be changing your version by the time you get out?
Well, I mean,
These people are weird.
well, I
It's really good to hear you. From you.
Yeah, it's actually been really encouraging because they have like little things below it that kind of either describe it or just give a different perspective of it of a verse. So, but it's been really good. I think last time when we were on the phone, we were it got cut off. It cuts off after 10 minutes, I guess.
Well, but it was at like 5 minutes that it got cut off, and I didn't know if it was because of my reception. Yeah, because I couldn't hear you, and then I stayed on there for a couple of minutes just to be sure, and then I just hung up because I thought, well, it might be charging you minutes or something. I don't even know how the whole system works. I'm trying to get set up with the portal and trying to get help.
Oh, hold on.
Okay.
Trying to get help from.
Okay, because I think it cost me $3. The last call did, so I'm trying to.
Do you have enough money? I have not been able to get your email. And did you know emails are also same as this?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, emails are the same as this. The only time it's not like this is when you have Travis or an attorney. The only time it's safe is with an attorney.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, he told me. He described that.
Okay, so emails are.
Yeah, emails are fine, but it has to be made.
No.
It's really hard to it's hard to type on their screen. So.
No, it's totally fine. I couldn't find your message, and so I thought I'd let you know I couldn't find it.
Well, it's good to know.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just on my end, if I just need to get someone else to help me, but it's been pretty wild over here, and so it's slowing down today. I wish I could talk to you. It's been wild.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Well, I've been praying for y'all. I know it's a lot to deal with.
So,
It's
but
weird.
Yeah,
It's
well, I
weird.
was-
It's
pray
weird.
that things will settle and people will, all be good there. So,
Yeah.
I know the kids doing well.
From what I hear, they are doing good.
That's good. Well.
Yeah, I don't know
Yeah. No,
what you know, but.
I've not talked to Travis yet, but I will. I'll get filled in.
Okay.
Whenever.
Yeah, I hope you can get down. I got to get the power of attorney from you through Travis at some point. So.
Yeah, that'd be good.
So hopefully he'll. And I was going to send you questions if I have any. So I was hoping to talk to some of the brothers. I think John will be done in a bit. He's mowing or something, or he was going to mow. Anyways, and so I told him that I thought we could brainstorm and try to get most of it figured out. And then whatever we can't figure out, I'll just send you questions. So.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Guys, welcome to the Vlad Catcher Show, the #1 show for founders, execs, and entrepreneurs who are scared.
If we can't figure out, I'll just send you questions. So.
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, so yeah, that was actually really overwhelming. I don't even know where to start. Well, let's start with the thing that upset me the most, which is this idea that they're talking almost like, the Joseph's above being here in jail, like this is some, strange vacation that he's having, or, and that someone's throwing a tantrum. And he would find it almost entertaining, but he was being so vulgar. And so he just needed to read his Bible verses. And then Kendra giggles. Like, this is a man who is
weird
for harming a child, a 9-year-old child. I don't know what that man that was having a tantrum did. I'm not going to assume I know. I don't know. But have some perspective. I also feel like listening to this couple reminds me of when I would get a call in 6th grade from a boy, on the landlines we all used to have, and trying, just like giggling, and like, it's so surface. It's fascinating to me, to the point where she's giggling and then has to explain that she's teasing him. It does sound very kind of, my first impression is Arrested Development almost. I also get that they're being vague. They admit as much. They can't talk. But they sound like children. Like,
yep.
I can't help but not think of like some Arrested Development almost, or just very, very surface oriented phone call. They're talking about the Bible, and she's giggling about his experiences, like having a light on all night, and this man throwing a tantrum that's vulgar. And I don't know, there's just something. It's not just vague because they know they're being recorded. There's something completely out of touch. But I'm ready for the next one. Those are my thoughts with this. And we'll get to, I did know that Travis was mentioned, and we'll get to that in just a bit. We'll wait for that. I'm ready for the next one.
Been able to eat. I haven't even been able to eat hardly. But that's why I was asking how you were, because I've been unable to eat for.
Well, my stomach isn't always settled, but if it's not settled, I lay down and it feels better after a little bit. So.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, but I'm not eating like hardly any of the bready stuff. I'm trying not to like eat junk. Mostly just eat the veggies and the protein stuff. And some of the protein has other, like there was this chicken sandwich thing. It was breaded, but I ate the bread and the breaded chicken. But like I'm trying to focus on just doing that, and hopefully I'll trim out some in the process.
Oh yeah, I'm trimming up. I think I haven't gotten on the scale, but I feel a lot trimmer now.
I feel better. I feel like better. Don't feel as bloated as I was before, but.
Yeah.
Weirdo.
I cannot eat. Mama
This
keeps
chick
trying
is
to
a
get me to
weirdo,
eat. She's like,
man.
you need to eat some. And I'm like, I will try. But unless it's liquid, it doesn't really go down. So it's like, it's been a battle.
Listen to Mama. Try to
Yeah.
help you.
They said I gotta be well to take care of all these decisions and everything. And so, anyways, we got a. Oh, I know. It's good to hear you. You sound really good, and so it makes me happy.
Oh.
I didn't feel good after our last conversation. I had a lot of, because I was like, it felt really weird, intense, and like
Good
we didn't
morning,
really
smell
talk
the
about anything.
roses.
And
Good morning.
I was like, I don't feel good. So after it, but it's
Some quick background. Um, Basically, this guy was caught doing some PDF things. He was arrested, and this is the wife of said PDF in the alleged PDF having one of the weirdest conversations I've ever heard. And sadly, there's still supposedly more of this jail call to go through. Let's continue.
I was like, I don't feel good. So after it, but it's fine. Like, I knew, I just didn't.
Now I'm going to pause this again real quickly. Um, if y'all could see the host of this podcast face and see my face, and if y'all listen to this whole entire conversation from the beginning till now, you would understand why myself and the host of this podcast are beyond disgusted. Again, let's continue.
I just didn't know what happened, and so, anyways.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm walking.
Oh.
I can hardly walk. I get really winded because I'm so weak.
Oh.
And my legs and my body. I lost my laugh too. Like it's a silent laugh. You know how when I was really sick with I have a silent laugh again.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, make sure you try to get some food in because it's gonna help you gain some stuff.
It is the nonchalant behavior, man. I'm just. It's like they're purposely not trying to address what he's allegedly being accused of. It, it's the nonchalant behavior. I'm sorry.
Back there, I feel like.
Yeah, I'm gonna try. And I actually did get to sneak over and get an IV before stuff happened, and so.
Oh, nice.
That probably sustained me good.
I can probably come to you if needed to.
Yeah, and I want to tell you that your family's just an absolute crazy great support network and system, and they've just been so supportive of me and everything. So
I was hoping that.
I'm really well taken. Yes, I'm really well taken care of. I just sometimes start crying because I know God's been so good. I've been writing down some of the things that I'm thankful for that.
Yeah.
We've gotten to do, like I was thinking about our vacation we got to do as a family and our trip before, and so
yeah,
I'm just trying to write down.
All of that
Hey,
today,
again, smell the roses.
Were you, yeah.
Yeah, when I was just reading the Psalms, it's just like it's a reflective book, It's like you reflect on the past and stuff. And so I just wanted to, I figured, I don't know what all we can talk about, but we can talk.
Again, this whole entire conversation is weird. It makes no sense. It's beyond being out in left field. This whole entire conversation makes no sense whatsoever.
So I just wanted to. I figured, I don't know what all we can talk about, but we can talk about, we can
talk about how we're doing and God, yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and I really want to mostly know how you're doing, and I want you to know how I'm doing, because I do better. I feel more connected to you when I get to tell you how I'm feeling and stuff.
Yeah, that's good. Well, the officers are really kind in here and stuff. The ones who bring.
They're what? They're kind?
Very kind.
Oh, good.
So, and then, I can't see out of myself because they have this little metal flap that, goes down over the thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's,
and then they probably have a little tray thing.
Yeah.
Do they give you a mat to sleep on?
Yeah, it's like a mat on, it's like a concrete bench is what it was.
Yeah.
They put a mat that's like a 3-inch, 4-inch thick.
Yeah. Wow.
So, as long as I sleep on my back, I'm pretty okay. But if I try to sleep on my side too long, my ribs stuff. So, I think my back's probably getting used to it, though.
Oh, baby, I'm so sorry.
Oh, well.
I love you.
Oh, well, I love you, too. Not a problem. I'm happy.
Oh, I love you.
How you like them glasses?
Other than having to take them off to read, okay.
Ever tried progressives?
You too. Not a problem. I'm happy.
Oh, I love you. Yeah. Well, yeah. We'll see where God takes us through all of this.
Yeah.
And hopefully we come back stronger.
I think we will, because I think that we're gonna realize how much we need him ultimately, and that's.
Oh yeah.
That kind of is. I think it's a good place to be. Being dependent on God's always a good thing. So.
I know. Well, you sound like you're doing good.
Yeah, I think that's just what I want to encourage you about. Is just if you can keep remembering that.
These two weirdos to serve each other. I'm sorry. These two weird ass people to serve each other.
As we can depend on God, God's gonna, even if it's bad things that come our way, God's gonna keep us right where.
I don't know about you, but the God I know does not like it when people hurt kids. I'm sorry.
What's this? And when right now it's hard to, it's probably hard to hear his voice. I know it is for me, but it's the more that we put our efforts towards him, I think he's gonna come through for us. And I think that's what the promises I'm holding to. That God's gonna be there. So just I know things are wild and crazy, but you can just remember that in the back of your head whenever you get a moment here and there, maybe to see what time you can spend with God.
Okay. I'll try to. You think I should start in Psalms? You're saying?
Yeah, Psalms is a great place because it's. I mean, you can talk to the different people there too about other good books.
Okay, whoa, whoa. So, whoa. I don't even... let's just set the stage for a second. I'll try to remember everything that just blew my mind there. First off, does it sound again, to anybody else, it's almost like they're in the courting phase, whatever, the Duggar courting phase where they're having supervised visits and they're not dating, but they're checking, they speak puppy love before they've kissed and they don't know each other. Literally he's explaining to her how he's fixing a stomach pain and she's saying, wow, that's impressive. That's how the call starts. Just setting the stage there is strength. They don't know each other. I think that's what I'm pointing out here. They are both playing roles here, but they don't know each other. He was preaching to her at the end there. I just jumped to the end. He's telling her what to do and saying that he believes they'll come out stronger because of God. And I mean, And she's just saying, yeah, he's taking on the role of, I need to preach to her. She's taking on this keep sweet role and giggling. We learned so many things from this call. We learned that is relying on his family. Remember, the victim in this case could be a relative of Kendra, and she's leaning on his family, even though he likely, possibly, maybe victimized her family member. We've learned that she wants to stay with Joseph. That's their plan. They're going to come out stronger after this. Let's talk about how he never, ever asks how she's doing. Ever. She's telling him, I can't eat. She's giggling about it and then trying to be positive and saying that she's going to lose weight. Ha, ha, ha. And then actually she really...
Yeah, Raquel, this is the, I want to say one of the boys that's in the middle that's in trouble this time. Because the oldest son got arrested for the exact same thing, believe it or not. So, yeah, unfortunately, this is another brother that's got caught up in some mess. And allegedly, back in the day, the daddy's supposed to been charged with some mess. So I don't know. Cause to me, from what I heard about the whole family, the whole damn family is weird as hell.
He can't eat, and her in-laws are allegedly trying to stuff her with food or get something down her stomach so she can make big decisions. I don't think one of those decisions is about whether she should stay or leave, by the way. If she's hanging out with the Duggars and they're giving her food to make decisions, we're probably talking legal decisions with their help and support, because she's made it clear that none of those decisions right now are whether she should run the other way, because she says they're going to come out stronger, and he encourages her to read certain Bible verses. So those aren't the decisions. But she giggles that she's going to be a skinny mini, and she giggles back. So then, without him asking ever how she's doing, she shares that with him, right? Then she admits that she felt kind of like insecure. Tell me, this is what I just heard. I've listened to this once now. That this was fascinating. That, she wasn't really sure. It wasn't a great conversation. Like, she's insecure with this relationship, this surface relationship and the roles they have. And so she says, I feel better when I know how you're doing. And I feel better when you hear about how I'm doing, and I can share how I'm doing. Okay, I'm no dating coach, but that would be the cue to say, by the way, Joseph, ask how your wife is doing. She's literally saying to him, I would really appreciate it and feel better if you knew how I was doing. And what does he do? He starts talking about himself again, to the point where she's apologizing to him and saying, oh, I'm so...
Now, I'm not going to try to diagnose anyone or anything like that, but that to me seems a little narcissistic, if you ask me. But again, I'm not diagnosing, but I'm just giving my opinion.
Sorry for you. I feel so bad for you. He confessed, according to the affidavit we just read, to abusing a 9-year-old child. And this is a woman that is now apologizing to him and feeling bad for him and encouraging him. You know what this reminds me of? Is the James Craig case. If you know, you know. For those that don't, James Craig murdered his wife with arsenic and poisoning her for weeks. Mother to his 6 children. He's a dentist, a Mormon leader in his LDS ward or congregation. And throughout that case, I sat in that trial. I covered that extensively. In that case, you see these text messages that are coming out. And poor Angela Craig, She's such a good mother, such a good wife. He's cheating on her. And in the end, all of our jaws are like dropping in court, realizing that like Angela starts apologizing to James for like what she's done after he's cheated on her and he's hurt her and she feels abused. That's what I'm seeing here too. Is like she's apologizing to the man behind bars for a child. He's behind bars for allegedly using a child. And yet she's comforting him. Make that make sense.
Yeah.
That's what I think
weird.
Away the most. And I don't know. This is just mind-blowing to me. And again, who the victim may or may not be. I mean, Kendra certainly knows this victim. It was someone close to the Duggars. And then from behind bars with his charges, because these roles are so ingrained and mandatory in this family, he preaches to her about godly things, about what scriptures, and recommends to her spiritual guidance. He's behind bars, charged with doing horrible things to a child right now. Hasn't been convicted, he's pleading not guilty, but we read the affidavit. And he is giving her spiritual advice. At one point she says, it would really mean a lot if I could share with you about how I'm doing, and he talks about himself. Again, I realize that they are being vague because they know these are being recorded and they can't talk about certain things. That's clear. They're saying, what can we talk about? But it's not the lack of subject that's getting to me. It's the surface of anything they're talking about. This is not a couple that knows each other deeply at all. At all. And I don't even know if they know themselves deeply. But it's very clear that the Duggars are in control of Kendra right now. She doesn't know that, I don't think, but like, she's with Duggars right now. We know that. We know where she's staying. We know whose house she's been staying.
Mm-hmm.
So the Duggars. And they're taking good care of her. And just wow. Anyway, let's keep going. I don't want to say on that one.
It's probably been my hardest day. But that's crazy to say because Wednesday was crazy hard. But it's just like when you then
and now they want to whisper.
They were who I was just gonna pour my life
seriously?
into.
Oh yeah.
During this time.
That's your purpose now.
Yeah. And it still is. I mean, I will be honest to fight for them.
Rightfully so. That's God's given you them for that purpose. So
Yeah.
That's right.
But I couldn't, I was like, yeah, it was just happening. And I still don't believe it. I don't even think it's fully real to me. Like, I kind of think that, for one, it feels weird to not have them. But then it's also like, oh, this is going to go away next week. Or, like I'm going to, I'm about to. And it's like, and I just keep looking up and I'm like, I went ahead and ate some food. And I got to hang out with Katie all day, and then got to hang out with Jessa. She came and visited me at their house, and
fun.
So yeah.
This is so damn weird.
Just in case.
Over a bunch of stuff, and and then they served me those papers that
weird.
An email with the stuff. So anyway, they served those to me last night, so I have those after he
should have been served.
It was like 30 minutes later or 40 minutes later.
Based on what's in that paperwork.
They served them to me, I guess is what you call it. So.
Okay. But I haven't looked at the email. He did say he was emailing something to me.
He just pretty much tells what the report is saying from people. So anyway, you can look over it. Anyway, it was kind of cute what Addie said.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Also, it tells everything that the kid said. I need to read over it.
It just says, yeah, they have like just a written statement from a few of them, you know.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I need to read that.
And they have your statements of like the stuff with the allegations there, your conversations with officers, that kind of thing. So,
What did I even say?
But you just said that you're gonna change stuff. So.
Okay.
So, but yeah, it wasn't not a big deal. It's all stuff
Really?
we already know. We talked about.
Not a big deal. You're in jail for PDF actions and behavior. What the fuck you mean not a big deal? Are you okay, dude?
Okay, we'll have to read it what their statements were.
Yeah, there's almost like there's like 3 copies of the same thing. It almost seemed like to me, but maybe they're different. I don't know. But anyway, the sergeants came and charged them to me last night.
Okay.
Anyway, but
yeah. So do you feel better after talking to Travis?
Yeah, I felt pretty good. I mean, there's a lot of things we're gonna have to decide in the future, but right now it's just a matter of getting down to Florida. So just wait until they come and get me.
Well, that last line was the most important right there. Just wait until they come and get me. They knew that he was just going to be come and gotten. Come and get me. They're waiting. So that shows that everybody knew this was going to be resolved very quickly. She says it almost doesn't feel real. Right? Yeah, that makes sense. She's not acting like it's real. She mentions that it was hard for her kids to be taken away. I felt for her there. I felt for Kendra there. Like, I can't imagine. I would lose my mind. But then she kind of says, it was weird. It's weird. But then I think more upsetting than anything, too. I mean, not than anything. This whole thing is just really upsetting. But one thing, too, just when she says, it feels so weird. And he validates her by repeatedly saying, yeah, it's your purpose, your whole purpose. Like, can you emphasize it anymore? God gave you those children for your purpose. And then she's like, yeah, it's really weird not being able to have them. I mean, I think many mothers and fathers would be unconsolable. I'm not saying she wasn't crying on the floor before she was talking to Joseph. I don't know how she's dealing with her children, not being with her. So I'm not going to assume in this little snippet I know. But these are the parents of the children talking about it. He certainly wasn't showing a lot of anger or upsetness, rather than letting her know it was her purpose to have him, and how strange it must feel. It was jarring to kind of hear him discuss that. Let's listen to the next.
And I feel like I can't be there as much for you right now.
No.
So I know, Lord, that's okay, because I have my own battles that I can.
You have a lot of things you're doing, sweetie. And
yeah, so I'm just like, I just don't know. I feel like I've had to put you on I was trying to sort this out last night in my head. And I was like, I have my priorities are the kids.
Yes,
and
absolutely.
That's the only thing that I'm able to focus on. And then I can take your calls. But I have to do anything and everything for the kids right now. And for myself. Because I'm not well. I got 7 hours the night before. No, 6 hours. Sorry, 6 hours the night before. And I got a little food in at the end of the day.
What to do? You got 6 hours of sleep. Who cares?
You know who. And it was wonderful. And we just blasted music, worship music. And we didn't.
Neither one of these people don't give a damn about the victim. I guess to these two weird demon ass people, the victim don't matter. Mm-mm-mm. Weird, sick ass people.
Saying my heart's out and then I didn't able to eat. When I got home, a little bit of food is the most I've been able to eat probably all week. And I got a little bit of strength back where I was able to walk and not like, because I was having,
Yeah, you were very weird. You said, yeah.
Yeah. And so, and I can't. So, anyways, I'm trying to focus. But my goal is that everybody's, people, like coaches here are saying, make sure you take care
I'm
of
trying to
yourself
get to the
and
end of this, but
for, the kids.
this
So,
phone call,
I'm doing that.
so
And
I don't even know
I
what to
just know
say.
how to be there for you and God on me and all this. And so,
No, that's totally fine, honey. I'll be fine. The kids need you. So,
okay, I know.
but I do appreciate you taking my calls because that's very encouraging to me just to hear your voice and I want you to know I think about your sweet laugh all the time.
Well, I don't have it right now.
I know.
But
You told me.
I have physical laugh. Oh my God, what's great.
Oh, now she want to fake cry.
Play for the last Ultra?
Now she want to fake cry.
Times that I just like let it.
Woman, you don't get the hell out here with that bullshit. Now you want to fake cry. Woman, go straight to damn hell. Go straight to hell.
Now and just laugh. Something just makes me laugh. And they were pointing out that that's God's grace pouring out on me to be able to have hope breaks. And to have the strength to even stand every day is a miracle.
Yeah.
And I'm so miracle. Trying to focus on the positive. I have a list going of things that I'm thankful for that have happened throughout this process or even before the things that we got to do as a family. And,
Yes. I'm not really writing anything down because I don't know what people
but I mean,
but
I know we got to go on our family vacation and we got to do our trip, and so I'm grateful for all the small things.
Yeah.
But it's just, it's an absolute miracle not being able to, I think, to stand up and do anything right now. So, and I know you're, whatever is going on for you, but I'm just trying to survive.
Yeah.
And then I'm fighting for the kids, and they're my number one priority right now. So.
Absolutely. I'm 100% behind you on that. I think they're the number one. They're the number one priority right now, and you should be fighting for them the most.
Okay.
And so.
Okay. Well, I just want you to know through all of this, whatever happens, that's his coming first.
Yep.
Through all of this. And,
yep. Absolutely.
And then we'll just see where the rest of it leads us. And we'll just pick up the pieces and try to put them together. Okay, we'll do. Yeah, I'll let them know.
Yeah.
Just know that everybody loves you, even if they're disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That's how things are. They just, everybody wants.
Well, I understand. I understand the disappointment. So.
Well, just understand that they love you too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Bitch,
absolutely.
what?
I feel that. I feel it's not. I'm not upset or anything like that. So,
yeah.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
We're just gonna trust that God is gonna get.
Man, he did PDF acts with a 9-year-old girl. What the fuck is your outrage? Excuse my language. What the fuck is your outrage? And from what I found, don't you and him have a daughter? No, seriously. Don't you and this PDF have a daughter? And like, well, yeah. Oh, no fucking Shalana about it. Sick bitch.
Yeah. So we're just gonna trust that God is gonna get us through one day at a time.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what we have to do.
Because every time I look up the staircase, I melt into a puddle. So we decided to just take it one day at a time, one moment at a time.
That's right.
So hopefully you can do that too.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what
And just if you could pray for my health, because I don't know if I've just been really fatigued in the last 2 days.
So, just a few things, and tell me what you guys think about these two. I had a lot of empathy for Kendra listening to her breakdown in that call. I sense that Joseph didn't like it. He mentioned he likes his giggling wife, and I don't think he really knew how to meet her emotions in that moment. And it certainly sounded like Kendra tried to change it up, mentioning that she was trying to think of positive things and she made a list. And he really, like I said, I didn't see a lot of connection there as she broke down, and she quickly went to more of the wife he probably values. I thought it was fascinating. And look, I realize that in this case, Kendra is not the victim, but her husband is the one that's currently behind bars right now, and in my opinion should be profusely apologizing to her.
Yep.
And he doesn't.
It's like he don't give a shit.
To him. And this is
narcissism. That's what it is. Good old fashioned narcissism.
She's clearly trying to make him understand that she can't always get his calls and that the children are the priority, and he understands. She's just trying to get the children back. And he understands. But then he said, I thought this was quite the tell. He said, yes, I understand that you need to fight for them most. Fight for them most. That's what Joseph said to her about her kids. That means he thinks she should be fighting for him too. Like, okay, it's okay if you fight for the kids more than me, most, but you're gonna fight for me. Like, this is about him. It's fascinating to me. And then that whole conversation, yeah, I know you all heard it, about
Come on.
Bush Guide, cold and smooth survival skills. If red touches yellow, it'll kill a fellow. But if blue touches white, it's bush. Flight. Head for the mountains.
how like people are disappointed, but they still love him. And he goes, oh, I know, I feel the love. I know, and I understand the disappointment. Oh, do ya? And you just know. I mean, this is, yeah, I definitely am going to need some Dr. John takes on this. And Grace, do we have one more call? I think. Let's hear.
I think Austin said he sent you a message.
Oh, did he? Okay. I haven't looked yet. I typically do that after I have my shower.
Yeah. Well,
appreciate it.
Yeah. Yeah, everybody loves you.
These two
really
bring people to serve one another.
They love you, and that Jesus loves you. And that he is, hopefully that this, hopefully we'll see the light at the end of the tunnel.
Say that again, sorry.
I mean, I'm just trusting that God is going to be, trying to trust that God's in control.
Yes, I know.
That's what I'm trying to do.
Okay, that's enough. I done got sick of these people putting God into this whole PDF mess. I'm just gonna have to be done with this. Anyways, this is the jail calls between Joseph Duggar and his wife. I'm sorry, y'all. And the thing is, we was almost done, but when someone puts God into their mess, that annoys the living hell out of me. It it annoys me to no end. So, to Raquel Rose, I thank you for being here. Yeah, I thought I had someone else here, but I wasn't too sure. Thank you for being here. Like, share, subscribe. See y'all later. Peace.